So today I want to talk about dancing. I dance Latin dance. I do salsa, I do bachata, and I've been doing it for years. And I've been going to clubs in San Francisco on the weekends. And last night I went to this place called Space 550. I've been doing it for years, okay? Because part of my training as a performer, you always have to keep the body involved, and dancing is a very vibrant thing to do. But yesterday, what I want to share with you is that yesterday, as I went to the club, there was this young guy, and he stood there, and he had both earrings on both his ears, and he said to me, "Wow, people here look happy. This is a happy place." I said, "Yes, indeed. This is a happy place." He was not dancing. He said, "How long have you been dancing?" Well, we just exchanged a few words, but I said to him, "This is the happiest place in the Bay Area." I'm sure there are other places, okay? But the music is sensational, and you've got mixed audience of young and old and fat and skinny and gorgeous and show off and other forms of people. And the beauty is that they all come to enjoy a moment, to enjoy a very limited time. Now think about it, really, in reality, you're spending maybe 2 hours in the club, 2.5 hours. Think about 2.5 hours doing anything else in life that is not so interesting and not so important to you. How would those 2 hours feel like? More, right? So you feel like a lifetime is condensed within those 2 hours when you dance. And so it's beating up time. That's how I treat it. You beat up time, because time, in the way we humans experience time, is running. Time is just running on you, you know? Everything is ephemeral. Everything passes. Everything passes. How is that? To live with that notion? It's tough, huh? Yeah. Everything passes. Unfortunately, human beings sustain suffering more than anything. That stays longer. That visits maybe your consciousness more than anything. Maybe because you are aware that everything passes, that nothing is here to stay. How do you live life under this knowing? So some people adopt a lot of anxiety. So anxiety is a form of sustaining, of holding on to what you cannot hold on to, and constantly worrying about it. I don't think a lot of it is within people's control, but it's a coping mechanism. And that's why suffering is more prominent than joy, let's say, than any other situation that involves pleasure. So knowing all that, how do you go about life? Why would I take something that I know is gonna pass? Why? Well, that's life. That's all of life. Everything. Your children, your home, your garden, your body, your youth, your beauty, your art, everything. We come here for a moment. So why dancing? Because within that moment, you have a capsule, a condensed capsule of joy that's gonna end, that has no purpose but the present moment. So this young guy discovering. He was like a young man visiting the Garden of Eden. He said, people look happy. Yes, they look happy. They are happy. And it's sexy, and it's flirtatious, and you don't need to know who people are. You see them for that moment, and you don't need to know anything about them, their life, what they do, how much money they make, what successes or failures they carry. Nobody cares. There's just the immediate connection, the immediate listening to one another, acting, reacting, that exchange of goods with the sensuality of the body and the joy of the music. So don't wait. Don't wait to become a very good dancer. Don't wait for your body to be in the right shape. Don't wait for the right music or the right crowd. Dance. It's another way to feel that you have a body and that it can do things. When you're sick, you have a body. You remember you have a body. When you have sex, you have a body. When you dance, it's better than sex. I mean it. So dance, little lady and man.